Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright, we got a special spicy one here today. This is Tommy Emmanuel versus my acoustic guitar collection, posted by friend of the channel, Music is Win. Look at that, I subscribed to him. I didn't just subscribe to him before this video started. What are you talking about? I'm expecting to see my subscriber count go up by 1 from Music is Win, by the way. So this video got my attention because it's Tommy Emmanuel, and another man invited him into his home to play his acoustic guitar collection. Okay. I don't know if I'd let Tommy Emmanuel do that personally, but to each their own, I suppose. Is this Music is Win's guitar right here? Because that looks like a Tommy Emmanuel guitar. It's got a kangaroo on it. He's Australian, in case you didn't know that. This is the signature Berkeley guitar collection here. They actually give you this collection whenever you graduate. Just kidding, that would take way too much out of the tuition. They just give you a piece of paper. Whoa, who am I? I'm a classical guitarist here on YouTube, and what does it mean to be a classical guitarist? It means that you're really invested in Tommy Emmanuel for some reason. Because you know what? I watched like 30 seconds of this video. I hate on Tommy Emmanuel a lot. Like, I don't actually hate him. Like, he's a legendary guitarist that everybody knows and loves. And, you know, I'm just the guy reacting to it. So, you know, who's in a better position? Tommy Emmanuel, obviously. But hearing him play right now, he's basically, my understanding, is he's gonna deliver a 15-minute set. And it's really reminiscent of how it feels to be a classical guitarist. Because he arranges music, he learns to perform it, and there might be elements of improv, but honestly, I don't know how much improv is actually involved once he has like a set arrangement. Like, that's something that I'm kind of curious about. Maybe he'll talk about that here today. But I kind of feel solidarity with him right now, honestly. Just seeing him play, like, look at this. We're just gonna jump right in. Like, I don't know, you can talk about how he's improvising through that, but I bet you he's played that so many times, and it's because it's a piece that he just has, right? So you know what? He's a classical guitarist now. That's what I'm deciding. Tommy Emmanuel is my favorite classical guitarist. Anywho, look at this room. I mean, this video was just made for me to react to, was it not? We got Music is Win sitting a little awkwardly in his chair, watching his guitars get played. He's got his friend in on it, too. They got the camera set up and everything so he can enjoy this after it's done. Sorry, this is a little bit of a weird introduction. Hey, I feel like there's not a whole lot to say about it, so let's just go ahead and jump into this one, shall we? Dude, you gotta love it, because when we listen to Bach, we're given these visions of, like, some big cathedral in Leipzig, and that is like Germany's music, you know, and even just like European music. England, we have like John Dowland, we think of that. Dude, this is Americana right here. This is the kind of hokey stuff you get from America. Listen to this. It's a sound that just oozes class. So here's what I'm really appreciating about this. And I feel like this is a trap that we all as guitarists fall into. And this is something that I think classical guitar has really like made me think about and has really helped me improve upon. And it's the idea of having performances ready. Because you can have guitar ability. That's the thing. Like, at least like my guitar journey, like I started on steel string and I learned how to shred and stuff, but I feel like I never really gathered a set list of music that can be just played on the solo guitar until I started studying classical guitar. Is that the only way to develop a set list? Obviously not, because Tommy Emmanuel's doing it too. And he has a show ready, and that's why he's the freaking best. So the one thing that I want you guys to take from this, at least right now, is that it's not enough to just show up with your skills and your shredding with no set list, because you're going to be left just improvising something just off the cuff, and it's not going to be nearly as flushed out and thought out as something like this. And we can mistake what he's doing right here for like his version of improvising or something, but I guarantee you this is a piece that is fully flushed out that he is performing for us right now. And that is what a professional guitarist is. And let me go ahead and say, if you're arguing with me and just like, Cameron, of course I have a set. What am I, stupid? Why wouldn't I have that? It's just a reminder for those people out there. Like, this is not magic that is just happening in the moment. Like, this is something that he is prepared and plays, and it probably has a name. And maybe that's obvious to a lot of you, but that's just something that I'm kind of seeing and getting inspired by right now.
Tommy Emmanuel, who is a
Tommy Emmanuel? Is that how you say his name? Tommy Emmanuel, come on.
protege of Chet Atkins, you've heard of him.
I haven't. I have no idea.
Tommy does something all his own. His voice is truly unique on the instrument. So what came out of this little segment?
Dude, come on, man. Almost 2 million subscribers and you can't even do a clean cut. Listen to that.
His voice is truly unique on the instrument. So what came out of this little segment?
That would have bothered me personally, but whatever. Don't pay attention to my cuts now, because I make daily videos.
That I filmed specifically for my YouTube channel is part of a greater conversation that you...
Dude, just play a Theorbo at this point. What is wrong with you? What is this? What did they do to my boy? Sorry, I was just feeling a little bit artistic, and I got inspired by this guitar. I give him a little eye. There we go. Boom. Dude, your guitar looks like a freaking dinosaur. How does that feel?
On the No Cover Charge podcast YouTube channel. You can also watch it on Spotify or listen to it Apple Podcasts. So close to 10,000 subscribers, please.
Oh, man. To be at 10,000 subscribers again. I'm sure that's how Music Is Win is feeling about this now. And even before that, I think back on like 1,000 subscribers. That's such an innocent time for sore hands. I don't know. If you ever go back and watch those videos, like, I was just making videos with no thought of money whatsoever. I was free back then, truly free. Now it's all about Tommy Emmanuel and Rick Beato. And Taylor Swift? Whoa. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually very passionate about everything I do here. And I mean that for real. Okay, back to the video.
So without further ado, I'm going to present you with some of my own acoustic instruments, since I consider you a acoustic technician, a guitar virtuoso, whatever you want to say.
That's not...
Dude, technician's kind of a mean thing to say to a guitarist. Really good. You got no feel whatsoever. You are a little technician. You're like one of those young classical prodigies that was forced to practice for 8 hours a day. And now you can play anything, but it means nothing. So I'm going to give you some instruments to play, and you're going to play for us like a little court jester freak. All right.
I'd like to put some instruments in your hands, and you can let me know.
Whatever comes out is the right thing.
A 12-string fiberglass guitar.
Oh, you're actually challenging him. Okay, I thought you were just going to give him some regular guitars, but we're talking about
12-string fiberglass guitar.
Wow.
Oh, for some reason I thought like 12-string, like no pairs of strings though, just like a bass guitar hybrid. Okay, dude, Tommy Emmanuel's gonna kill this one. Come on now.
But when people say...
All right, so what I was saying with like the having a set list and stuff, that was clearly improvised. And, you know, you can tell.
Why don't you play a 12-string? And I always say, I'm having enough trouble with 6.
Oh, Tommy.
What adjustments do you have to make with a 12-string?
He's like, I don't know, I thought it was your guitar.
It's a bit wider. This one's set up beautifully. It's really well in tune.
Yeah, dude, you freaking killed it when you were tuning this thing before the show. I gotta say. Sounds like your Snark has a brand new battery in it or something.
The intonation's great.
Dude, you're not selling the guitar. What are you talking about?
Bending, you know, in the heat or...
That's why I like it for a 12-string, because I hardly ever have to worry about the tuning. I hardly ever have to worry about the tuning.
Alright, so I'm gonna give my opinion about this guitar. Obviously, I'm not playing it, but I'm just kind of looking at it. This guitar was an impulse purchase. There's no way that you played this in a Guitar Center or something and you're like, yeah, this is the one right here. I feel like this guitar was purchased based on looks. Because it doesn't sound great. It doesn't even have a sound hole, and in that, it's probably all piezo, and it just sounds super processed, and like I hate that sound. You guys know that. And still, this guitar costs like thousands of dollars, I'm sure. Let's see if we can actually find it. Oh, we literally found it. It's $3,000. Dude, this is what 2 million subscribers gets you. You just buy stupid crap like this. Because it's not a good 12-string. There's no way that that's true. Oh, God, they sell all kinds of instruments like this. What in the world is this brand? Emerald Guitars. God, is the innovation of the double top not modern enough for you heathens? You gotta do stuff like this. Synergy X7 Vibrant Green. Again, looks kind of like a dinosaur. I already made that joke. At least has a sound hole. Alright, so that's something there. Dude, you're trying to take the bass player's jobs with this one. This is crazy. Are there pieces written for a guitar like this, or do you just have to become a composer if you buy this guitar? Dude, $4,500? Still pretty affordable in terms of guitars, at least classical guitars. Again, an impulse purchase. I feel like if you compared that to an actual acoustic 12-string guitar that was made with like conventional methods and fine woods and stuff, I feel like there's no way you would pick this over that. This is some weird like end times freaking Antichrist guitar. Let's go back to basics, guys. Like that guitar back there, that one looks better.
Player. Beautiful, and of course...
Wait, forbidden?
That's what we'll get away with.
Hotel California is a forbidden riff. Does anybody actually know how to play that song, like how it is in the recording, though? And don't comment yes, you know the chords to it. I don't think you actually know how to play note for note what is happening in that recording. I've scoured the internet for tabs, and the ones that have come closest are like, they look like classical pieces. It's like, I'd have to learn how to play this. I don't think that should be a forbidden riff. That seems a little ridiculous. What's with these steel string guitarists? They make their forbidden riffs the only riffs they have in their repertoire that are actually kind of interesting. Like Stairway to Heaven has like this counterpuntal descending chromatic bass line. It's interesting, right? What's going on, guys? But I don't know, it's interesting compared to like the non-forbidden electric and steel string guitar riffs that are boring. Like, why would you ban these? I know I have no stake and no decision-making power in this, but I'm just saying, like, maybe look at the riffs you decide to forbid. Me as a classical guitarist, I don't think Lagrima should be forbidden or like Spanish Romance or anything like that because they're good. They have good things about them. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on that, but
Here, you don't have to plug this one because it doesn't have an input.
All right, yeah.
there we go.
Let's just say,
hey,
no
all right,
reson-
it's a little more my speed now. No input.
Bought a
Okay.
Guitar Center when I was first starting YouTube.
Very nice.
It's beautiful.
I like a guitar. It's sort of, you
No, Tommy.
You're beautiful.
gotta fight it a little bit. Do you have any guitars like that where it's just,
Yeah.
you know how to make them sound the way they need to?
That's what we call a bad guitar. I don't really see the point of playing bad guitars once you get good guitars, right? Like, I have a Cordoba C12, and I also have a Michael Thames guitar. I don't play my Cordoba C12 anymore, because that guitar fights me, because it's bad. This guitar helps me. That's why I like this one. So that's what that is.
To play a Del Vecchio, which is a much cheaper version of this type of thing, with a res.
Yeah, so like an even worse guitar. It's like, yeah, I've played bad guitars too. I don't play them anymore. I used to play them.
Single line melody with the resonator because it's so close to a voice.
Really is.
You know,
Yeah, maybe your voice. Or actually, I say that. You guys talk about how my voice is like vocal fry-y and stuff. What does a resonator sound like? It's like nasally, right? It kind of reminds me of like a double top, like maybe a bad one or something. Dude, is there someone else in the room singing right now? Oh my god.
I think I just learned how I should play this guitar. I've been playing it wrong.
I think you're misunderstood.
You're right.
That means you have to give him the guitar now. So that's actually a really great example of... So what we just heard there is actually a really great example of how you should think about improvising on a steel string guitar. Noodling with a song like that, and you add embellishments and add harmony and stuff, and that is the noodling. I think that honestly is the difference between a professional guitarist and someone who knows what they're doing versus just somebody who has techniques and scales and arpeggios and stuff and just kind of noodles with that stuff. It's not enough to just do that. Like that kind of thing right there, like I could listen to that all day and it's great. And I think most people would agree with me. And again, this might seem super obvious to you. I'm honestly kind of talking to myself back when I was like 15 or something, when I used to just shred scales and arpeggios. And that was my guitar practice and I didn't know like any songs whatsoever. And that's the difference between me then and me now, is like knowing music and being able to like play with it. I know it's classical music, so you don't like improvise with it, but you do. You change how you play it. You might even add like ornaments and stuff, like Baroque ornamentation. You do stuff with it. And that's what a musician is. You learn songs and then you play them. You know, you don't just play techniques and scales and whatnot. And again, I want to reiterate, if all that seems obvious to you, that's because you don't need to be hearing this right now. But there's a ton of people that do need to be hearing that, including me from like not even that long ago. So I'm just really admiring that about Tommy Emmanuel right now. He is being a musician, what we all should be. So, you know, that's something to take from him.
It's all about how good the melody is, and then you can put your stuff here, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Get a good melody, and then you freaking pour it out, just like that.
I remember Mark Knopfler saying to Chet, you know,
all these names. Who are these people? I don't know.
On that, how are you going to get with the intonation on that Del Vecchio? And Chet says, it'll be okay when I get my vibrato on it.
That was pretty good. All right.
Yeah, man.
A little dig on that.
And Mark says, yeah, he just pushes it into tune.
I noticed your fingers were slightly doing that in some certain chords, just making, it's amazing how quickly you can do that adjustment.
I do that too, but it's not on purpose.
I'm looking for sustain and for the voice to go like that, you know.
Bloom.
And also, you might have noticed that I sustain notes into one another, like when people are singing.
Mm-hmm. It's like we're listening to some classical guitar grandmaster right now. Like, it's all the same stuff.
This is, you know, like...
It's like, yeah, you play with legato. Legato sounds good. Boom.
See, it's not...
That's how I like to play scales, too. That's why we're so jealous of pianists, because they can just do that.
This is a voice.
Is it? It's not one voice, though. I don't know about that. Unless you're in some crazy hall, voices don't do that. I don't know about that one. Yeah, maybe it's like 2 people singing. I don't know about 1 person. 4 people now. Woo! This is what acapella wants to be right here.
I'm in the perfect spot, man. I can just sit here all day.
He has the perfect view of his guitar getting played by someone else.
I'm already conscious of 3 voices when I'm playing.
Dude, what are you playing, a freaking fugue right now? He sounds like a classical guitarist. That's what I mean. I think he might actually just be a classical guitarist. He just doesn't advertise it that way, but it is that. It's like all the same stuff.
Felt it. No, I'm gonna grab
All right, take it away from him.
this one.
Oh, no.
All right, what monstrosity are you gonna give him next? Oh, God.
Beautiful. I think you're really gonna enjoy the actual
How many trees did you cut down for that
string
thing?
guitar part of this. E, G, A.
Okay, we like it.
Yeah.
Some of my dear friends,
I saw him try to fret those strings.
Okay, we like it.
Yeah.
some of my dear friends.
He's like, oop, nope, not supposed to put my hand there. I know it's an unconventional guitar, but we don't have to be goofy about it.
Anyway, take it off me quick.
He goes, get out of here with this thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play it either. I know.
That's about as much as I do it. It's more of a conversation starter.
Yeah, it was an impulse purchase. It's not a guitar that you would ever play. It's just silly. I don't know. I think a lot of these guitars are kind of like that, except for the Resonator, I guess. All you need is just a solid guitar with a great setup that's versatile, that you can play a bunch of music on. And then all you need past that is just the same guitar again, but it's just slightly better. You find it at a guitar festival, and it's like, oh my god, this guitar is just like mine, but just ever so slightly better. And then you take it home, and you realize it was just the room you were in, and it's actually the same. And that's $7,000 right there.
Sounding
All right.
harp guitar, I can tell you, it's beautiful.
A nylon string guitar.
Oh, right.
Whoa, hey, we're kind of entering into my territory here. This looks like Tim Henson's guitar.
Yeah, plug that in.
Yeah, plug it in.
Thanks, master.
Just got this guitar.
Don't scratch the French polish with that plug.
Down a semitone.
Wow, sounds like crap. Oh my god. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be exclusionary with that. If you think this guitar sounds good, you're just an idiot. There we go. Oh god, beautiful highs there. Ba-ba-da-da. That's what a guitar should sound like. Very nice.
Nylon string make you play any differently?
Where are all those voices you're talking about now? Are we gonna hear a fugue from you?
We'll dial in a little Chet.
Okay, we're getting a little closer there with the thumb pick, I guess, but you know. like to point out too, all of the best stuff he's played is like prepared pieces just ready to go. It's noodling in between, and then he has these prepared pieces, and that is why he is great. Do you have that? And if you don't, that's something to start thinking about. And I know I talk about this all the time. I didn't do that, and now as a classical guitarist, studying in university, getting my master's degree, putting together a program is like part of that. That's like the whole point of doing that. It's to put a program together and play it under like a high pressure situation. You know what? My guitar abilities skyrocketed when I started thinking like that, like a musician with tunes to play as a performance, you know? That's when I made huge amounts of progress from just practicing techniques and scales and arpeggios to actually putting music together. So again, I just implore you to think about that if you haven't, and if you have thought about that and do, then don't freaking listen to me. You already know what you're doing, so bam, there you go. What else we got?
Where's this made?
That
What luthier made this guitar? Was it made in Grenada?
Indonesian brand, in fact.
Oh, in a factory in Indonesia, I bet. You know, that's another thing too. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt him, but these professional guitarists, like Music is Win, for example. He has all those wacky guitars that are like $3,000-$4,000. Tommy Emmanuel, he's talking about his Gibson guitar brand. Dude, all of these guitars they play are like factory. Sure, they're like the select, you know, like the, I don't know what they call it, like the ones where they have luthiers come in. You know, it's not just one luthier, it's like a team of luthiers that make like 500 of the same guitar a year or something like that. And that's like not a factory guitar, but it kind of is still. It really is. It's like an assembly line guitar. And the attention to detail on a guitar like that is nothing compared to what you get from a classical instrument made by a guy in his garage. And it just blows my mind that none of these people pay for just like a guy, like some master luthier. Just like, make me a guitar, make it in your garage, spend the whole year making this one guitar for me. I want the perfect guitar. Like, these people have all the money in the world, especially Music is Win. 2 million subscribers. I know what that gets you, and it lets you buy all these stupid $4,000 guitars, and it just blows my mind. Why don't you just spend between $7,000 and $10,000 on one actual luthier made guitar instead of these freaking brands? Like, if it has a name on the headstock, it was made in a factory. Why are you playing this thing? Maybe you won't need to spend so much money on pedals and amps if the guitar isn't a piece of crap. Alright, sorry.
And
Getting a little negative in this one, huh? Alright, I think that pretty much covers it for this video. So apparently Music is Win has a new podcast project. Let's take a look at that. Did they reach 10,000? Dude, 11,000 subscribers. That's freaking nuts, man. 47 videos. Wait, how long have they been doing it? Okay, joined June of 2025. How do they have so many videos already? June, July, August, September, October. Okay, I guess that's not crazy. Oh, it's the shorts. Dude, the shorts will do it. That's probably a good idea. Should I start doing that? Is that gonna annoy everybody? Alright, well, go subscribe to them, I guess. I don't know. I mean, man, I don't know. I guess doing interviews is just where every YouTuber ends up. I mean, I try to avoid that for as long as I can. Also, by the time I'm done with this Sore Hands project, no guitarist is probably ever gonna want anything to do with me. So they wouldn't come on my show, unless I give them a deal where I'm like, hey, you get to punch me in the face if you come on my show. In which case, maybe they would. But, you know, gotta protect this face, am I right? That's the moneymaker. Okay, I think we should wrap this one up here. We'll talk more intimately in the next practice log. So, of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Of course, Rootin's Delight, which I'm wearing a sweatshirt from there right now. We got other stuff too, like sweatpants. They got all the cool designs on it. Of course, there's Patreon and member section. I appreciate that stuff. Check out some other Tommy Emmanuel videos. How about that? And, yeah, you know, stay tuned for the practice log, and... Oh, and of course, comment questions. Feel free to leave those, and I answer those in those practice logs. And, yeah. Well, I'll see you in the next one.